In 1956, in a suburb of Minneapolis, an Austrian architect opened the doors of a building that would quietly rewire how the whole world shops. His name was Victor Gruen, a socialist from Vienna who dreamed of building American towns a warm European heart, covered plazas where people would stroll, meet, linger. What he actually built was the enclosed shopping mall. And inside it, something strange kept happening. Shoppers would walk in with a purpose, and about 20 minutes later, the purpose was gone. The walk slowed, the jaw went a little slack, the list in their head dissolved, and the hands started reaching for things. Retail scientists gave that moment a name, the Gruen effect, after the man himself. And here's the twist worth drawing. Gruen hated it. Years later, he stood in front of an audience and disowned his own invention, refusing, in his words, to pay alimony for the bastard developments built on his idea. The father of the mall spent his last years warning people about the mall, but his effect didn't die. It moved in next door, into the bright, friendly, humming supermarket where you'll stand this week. Because be honest, you've run the experiment yourself. You walked in for milk. You walked out $80 lighter, holding a bag of things no one on earth had planned to buy an hour earlier. And on the drive home, you blamed your own discipline. Easy, breathe. Watch this. The supermarket is not a room with shelves. It's a machine with 3 gears, and every one of them was tuned on millions of shoppers before you ever walked in. Gear 1, the cart. In 1937, a grocer in Oklahoma named Sylvan Goldman noticed customers stopped buying the moment their handbaskets got heavy, so he bolted 2 baskets to a folding chair frame, put it on wheels, and invented the shopping cart. Here's the part nobody remembers. People refused to use it. Men found it insulting. So Goldman hired actors, fake shoppers, to stroll his aisles pushing carts until real customers copied them. It worked, and once the cart was normal, it started to grow. Compare today's cart to Goldman's original, and by some estimates, it holds close to 3 times as much. Why does that matter? Because a big cart never looks full, and a cart that never looks full whispers all trip long, "You're not done yet." Gear 2, the maze. It starts at the door with what designers call the decompression zone. The first few steps inside barely sell anything, because a human walking in from a parking lot isn't shoppable yet, so the store slows you down with flowers and fruit, bright, alive, wet-looking. Not because produce is profitable there, but because it sets 2 moods at once. This place is fresh, and you are now strolling, not marching. Only then does the real floor begin. Notice where the milk lives, the thing almost everyone comes for, all the way in the back corner. That's not storage logic alone. It's a route. To grab 1 carton, you parade past hundreds of temptations, twice. Notice the path curving you counterclockwise through produce first, where everything is bright and alive and puts you in a generous mood. Notice what's exactly at your eye level on every shelf, the brands with the fattest margins, while the cheap stuff sits down by your ankles. And the sugary cereal? Check whose eye level that is. Kneel down to a child's height and the whole store changes. Now notice what's missing. Windows, clocks. Sound familiar? We drew that machine already. It's the casino trick, wearing an apron. Gear 3, the senses. That bakery smell hits you at the entrance, because the entrance is where hunger is most useful. And a hungry shopper, researchers keep confirming, buys more of everything, not just bread. The music is slow on purpose. One famous study found that when a store slowed its background music, shoppers moved slower, and sales jumped by more than a third. Even the numbers are staged. 10 for $10 doesn't mean you need 10. It means the number 10 is now stuck in your head instead of the number 1. That's an anchor. And the color red is one too. In studies, shoppers grab red tagged items even when the price hasn't actually dropped. The tag itself feels like a discount. Meanwhile, the milk and eggs you came for are often priced at a loss on purpose. They're bait. The store loses cents on the carton to convince your brain the whole building is cheap and earns it back on everything the maze showed you along the way. Then comes the final exam, the checkout lane, walls of candy and gadgets at exactly the height of a bored child and a tired adult, aimed at the precise minute when your willpower is spent and your escape is blocked by the person ahead of you. Nothing in that lane is an accident. It's the machine's last handshake. Turn the canvas. You thought you had a discipline problem. Look at the drawing again. You brought a list into a building where the cart is sized to shame it, the road is bent to stretch it, the shelves are ranked to ambush it, and the air itself is seasoned to dissolve it. This machine has been A/B tested on millions of humans for 70 years. You lost to it exactly as designed. That $80 milk run wasn't a lapse. It was the building, working. It has a name, the Gruen effect. The moment the purpose dissolves and the reaching begins. Now the honest part, because this machine loves a villain and I'm not giving you one. The baker really is baking. The smell isn't piped in perfume. It's just aimed well. Milk in the back also keeps the cold chain short. Every single trick has a defensible, boring reason. And that's precisely why the machine is invisible. Nobody's lying to you. They're just optimizing you, one defensible decision at a time, and every decision leans the same direction, toward your cart. So here's the one look to take with you. It costs nothing, and it turns the machine into a game you can watch. Next trip, bring your list. At the checkout, count the items in your cart that are not on it. That number isn't your weakness. That's the machine's score against you today. Most people never count it, so the machine wins quietly. You'll count it. And once you start keeping score, something funny happens. The smell is still lovely, the music is still slow, and the reaching stops being automatic. The store was never just a store. See the machine. Don't be the fuel. We draw one machine a week. The next one is already on the board.